one of the things that absolutely enraged me. You know this debate last week about cancelling the Premiership and Premier League fixtures, and they decided to do that, the Premier League. Jamie Carragher, of course, rent-a-gob, Gary Neville, rent-a-gob Mark II, came out and said it was disgraceful. This would have been a fantastic chance for football fans to show their respect. I get that. Then we watched what happened in Scotland. I don't know if you saw this. Celtic fans have been slammed absolutely for the most offensive banner, which was, well, basically slagging off the Queen's death, let me be perfectly honest. In contrast, a quite elaborate tribute from Rangers fans at the weekend. Organising, it must have been amazing, but the impact was wonderful. What I didn't understand was why some Celtic fans have been disrespectful to the late monarch, Rangers fans not so. We've got on now Dr Michael Kelly, former Lord Provost of Glasgow and a former director of Celtic Football Club. Dr Kelly, that was disgusting, wasn't it? Why did it happen? What's that all about?
It was disgraceful and completely inappropriate. If you want the background to it, there's many Celtic fans who are of Irish origin and who are Republicans. So the banner, which was not in Scotland, it wasn't Celtic Park, that was in Poland, an away game, and not under the control of the club. But that banner was directed against the institution of monarchy. It condemned the Crown. It wasn't a direct insult to the Queen. It was against the institution. But it should never have happened. Celtic is a football club, a sporting organisation. It is not a political institution, and these people should be told that quite clearly by the club. The club is silent on this. The club should come out and make it absolutely clear that this has no part of Celtic or Scottish football.
But actually, there's a deafening silence. A deafening silence from the club, and you were an ex-director. Would you not ban the lot of them for that? I would.
Yes, sanctions should be taken against them, and it's no use appealing to them. They are committed, that they are entitled to their political principles, but they should be making those points elsewhere. So the club, yes, should disassociate itself in public from them.
I mean, of course, with the beauty of television and CCTV, it would be perfectly feasible to zoom in, wouldn't it, Dr. Kelly, to find out who these people are. But I have to say, you used to be on the board there. I am amazed. I am amazed that the stewards didn't get involved. I'm amazed that somebody involved with Celtic at that game did not do more. Surely you also agree that they could have been a lot more vocal.
The club, yes, but remember the game was in Poland, so the stewards were not Celtic stewards or Scottish stewards. So the control there, and did they understand the word? Did they understand the subtlety of it? Yes, they probably did. But it's down to the club. It's not down to UEFA or down to the polls. It's down to the club.
Are you disappointed with the club's lack of response so far?
Well, I understand that they were just turning a blind eye, hoping it would go away. The game was cancelled at Celtic Park. There was no demonstrations there. But there's a game coming up on Sunday in Paisley, again away from home. And the club must make its position clear on that. And the Scottish stewards and the Scottish police must make sure that no such banners appear at the game. Because, I mean, you would say it's a provocation, it's a breach of the peace.
It's really interesting, isn't it? I was listening to Julia, who has a different view to me. The man who shouted out in Scotland, because I was in Edinburgh last weekend and shouted out an obscenity at the Prince of the Duke of York, who has had well-documented problems and made well-documented mistakes. This guy was charged. What happened to the ability to protest? But there's a difference between protesting and putting up disgusting banners and shouting obscenities, isn't there, at a time like this?
Yes, there is a difference.
Well, that's a very good answer. Yeah.
I mean, you go into the subtleties of it. The people that put that banner up would argue this is an anti-monarchist monarchy.
Well, don't use the words you used and don't use the occasion that you've hijacked. That's what I would say. There has to be a better time, yeah?
Absolutely.
And I guess your point, Dr. Kelly, is to make the point to people watching this morning, this is a very, 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 very minute section of Celtic fans, and the worst thing would be that people would think this was part of what the club thought, right?
The club has always supported the monarchy. Jock Stein accepted a CBE from the Queen. My uncle, Robert Kelly, accepted a knighthood. So the club's position on this is quite clear, and they must distance themselves from these fans that are a minority, but they make a significant noise. They shouldn't be making that noise at Celtic Park.
Dr. Kelly, thank you very much indeed. Ex-Lord Provost of Scotland and Director of Celtic, saying absolutely that behaviour was disgusting.